What makes things visible? Light is a form of energy, which induces the sensation of vision in our eyes and makes us able to see various things present in our surroundings. The light ray may be objects self-light or reflected light. Luminous objects are objects which emit light of their own. Example, sun, bulb, tube light. Non-luminous objects are objects which reflect light from other sources. They do not emit light of their own. Example, moon, tree, table, painting. Reflection of light. The ray of light which falls on the mirror surface is called an incident ray. The point at which the incident ray strikes the mirror is called the point of incidence. The ray of light which is sent back by the mirror is called the reflected ray. The normal is a line drawn at right angles to the mirror surface at the point of incidence. The angle between the incident ray and normal is called the angle of incidence. The angle between the reflected ray and normal is called the angle of reflection. Reflection of light by a plane mirror. Try yourself. Beam of light striking the reflecting surface is called a reflecting ray. B. Incident ray. C. Refracted ray. D. Normal ray. Explanation. A beam of light striking the reflecting surface is called incident ray. View solution. Laws of reflection. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. The angle of reflection is always equal to the angle of incidence. Regular and diffused reflection. Light undergoes either diffuse or regular reflection. Regular reflection. In regular reflection, a parallel beam of incident light is reflected as a parallel beam in one direction. Regular reflection of light occurs from smooth surfaces like that of a plane mirror. Images are formed by regular reflection of light. Diffused reflection. In diffuse reflection, a parallel beam of incident light is reflected in different directions. The diffuse reflection of light takes place from rough surfaces. A sheet of paper produces diffuse reflection of light. No image is formed in diffuse reflection of light. Diffused reflection. Reflected light can be reflected again. Characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. The image formed by a plane mirror is virtual or erect. The image formed in a plane mirror is the same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. The image formed in a plane mirror is of the same size as the object. The image in a plane mirror is laterally inverted. Plane mirror. Uses of a plane mirror. To see ourselves. To make some instruments like periscope in shops for decoration. Multiple images. When two or more mirrors are placed at an angle to one another, we can see multiple images of an object. For example, in the hairdresser shop, two mirrors are placed opposite to each other. If a man is sit between them, his image is formed in both the mirrors. The image in one mirror would act as an object for another mirror and this sequence would continue. This will give result in the formation of multiple images. If two plane mirrors are inclined at an angle q, then the number of images formed in them is given by the formula No of images formed equals 3600 q1. If the given two mirrors are at a right angle to each other, 3 images will be obtained. If the given mirrors are at 60-degree angle, we shall get 5 images. When the two mirrors are kept opposite and parallel to each other, we will get an infinite number of images formed. Kaleidoscope. The kaleidoscope is an instrument which produces multiple reflections of colored glass pieces or colored plastic pieces and creates beautiful patterns. Kaleidoscope. Changing pattern of colorful images. Construction. The kaleidoscope consists of 3 long and narrow strips of plane mirrors inclined at 600 to one another, forming a hollow prism, and fitted into a cardboard tube. One end of the cardboard tube is closed by an opaque cardboard disc, having a small hole at its center. The other end of the cardboard tube is closed with circular discs of glass. The inner disc being of transparent glass, clear glass, and the outer disc of ground glass, translucent glass. A number of small pieces of different colored glass or plastic, and having different shapes, are kept between the two glass discs, which can move around freely in the space between the two glass discs. When we hold the kaleidoscope tube towards light and look inside it through the small hole, we see beautiful patterns of colored glass. Patterns formed by kaleidoscopes in light white or colored. The splitting up of white light into 7 colors on passing through a transparent medium like a glass prism is called dispersion of light. The 7 colors of the spectrum of white light are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Dispersion of light. Try yourself. Band of 7 colors is called a Vibgyor. B spectrum. C dispersion. D reflection. Explanation. The phenomenon of splitting of white light into 7 constituent colors is known as dispersion, and the band of 7 colors obtained on the screen is known as spectrum. View solution. What is inside our eyes? The main parts of the human eye are cornea, iris, pupil, ciliary muscles, eye lens, which is a flexible convex lens, retina, and optic nerve. Cornea is made of a transparent substance. The light coming from an object enters into the eye through cornea. Function of cornea is to protect the eye. Iris is the colored part of the eye. The iris has a hole at its center which is called pupil. Pupil appears like a dark spot in the center of iris because no light is reflected from it. Iris controls the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of pupil. The eye lens is a convex lens made of a transparent and flexible material. The eye lens is held in position by ciliary muscles. The function of ciliary muscle is to hold the lens or changes its size according to the need. The retina is a screen on which the image is formed in the eye. The optic nerve carries the image formed on retina to the brain in the form of electrical signals. Human eye rods and cones. Rods are the rod-shaped cells present in the retina of an eye which are sensitive to dim light. Cones are the cone-shaped cells present in the retina of an eye which are sensitive to bright light. Cones also cause the sensation of color of objects in our eyes. Rods and cones present in the retina of the eye. Try yourself. Which one of the following statements is correct regarding rods and cones in the human eye? A. Cones are sensitive to dim light. B. Cones are sensitive to bright light. C. Rods are sensitive to bright light. D. Rods can sense color. Explanation. The cones are less sensitive to light. However, cones are more sensitive to one of 3 different colors: green, red or blue. Signals from the cones are sent to the brain, which then translates these messages into the perception of color. Cones, however, work only in bright light. View solution. Blind spot. At the junction of optic nerve and retina in the eye, there are no light-sensitive cells, no rods or cones, due to which no vision is possible at spot. This is called blind spot. Blind spot. Persistence of vision. The image of an object seen by our eyes persists, or remains, on the retina for about 1/16 of a second even after the object has disappeared from our view. The ability of an eye to continue to see the image of an object for a very short duration even after the object has disappeared from view is called persistence of vision. Persistence of vision. Defects of the eye. Myopia, short-sightedness. In this defect, the person is able to see the nearby objects but not able to see the far-off objects. This defect can be corrected by using spectacles containing concave lens. Hypermetropia, far-sightedness. In this defect, the person is able to see the far-off objects but not able to see the nearby objects. This defect can be corrected by using spectacles containing convex lens. Myopia and hypermetropia. Cataract. Cataract develops when the eye lens of person becomes cloudy or even opaque due to the formation of membrane over it. Cataract decreases the vision of the eye gradually. It can even lead to total loss of vision of the eye. The opaque lens is removed from the eye of the person by surgical operation, or a new artificial lens is inserted in its place. Care of the eyes. It is necessary that we take proper care of our eyes. If there is any problem, we should go to an eye specialist. Have a regular checkup. If advised, use suitable spectacles. Too little or too much light is bad for eyes. Insufficient light causes eye strain and headaches. Too much light, like that of the sun, a powerful lamp or a laser torch, can injure the retina. Do not look at the sun or a powerful light directly. Never rub eyes. If particles of dust go into eyes, wash eyes with clean water. If there is no improvement, go to a doctor. Wash eyes frequently with clean water. Always read at the normal distance for vision. Do not read by bringing book too close to eyes or keeping it too far. Lack of vitamin A in foodstuff is responsible for many eye troubles. Most common amongst them is night blindness. One should, therefore, include in the diet components which have vitamin A. Raw carrots, broccoli, and green vegetables such as spinach and cod liver oil are rich in vitamin A. Eggs, milk, curd, cheese, butter, and fruits such as papaya and mango are also rich in vitamin A. Visually challenged persons can read and write. Some persons, including children, can be visually handicapped. They have very limited vision to see things. Some persons cannot see at all since birth. Some persons may lose their eyesight because of a disease. Such persons try to identify things by touching and listening to voices more carefully. They develop their other senses more sharply. However, additional resources can enable them to develop their capabilities further. What is the Braille system? Braille is a system to read and write for visually impaired people. Consists of 63 dot patterns or characters. These patterns are embossed in Braille sheets that can be recognized on touch. The dots are raised in order to make it easier to touch.